Hello and welcome to this Ringo's model railway update. Quite a number of firsts in this episode, or this update. I don't know whether to call it an episode or an update, but there you go. One of the things that you probably will notice when you see the rest of the video and the pictures of what I'm doing and stuff, I need to change the lights in the other room. Those old yellow light, old normal downlighters, and I need to change them for the ones like in here, which I will be doing next week because I need to order some more stuff off eBay. One of the things about this railway stuff at the moment is that, as I'm moving along, I'm finding things that I need to get. Even the best laid plans, do you know what I mean, don't come together. So anyway, it's quite a bit to cover. When you actually see it in the flesh, as it were, you think, well, no, it doesn't look any different. But it's the things that I've been doing that have progressed, and I think I've achieved quite a lot since the last update. Another thing is, I think eventually today, hopefully, fingers crossed, the rest of my flexi track should turn up, and I think I've ordered 3 crossovers as well, which will allow me then to start building the bottom portion of the layout actually on the layout, if you know what I mean. At the moment I'm still using unfixed down track just to run the train, as you will see, the train on, which is fine for me because I'm doing stuff, but it's not brilliant viewing. Anyway, so without further ado, let's go and have a look at what I've done. Run VT. A first look at my ECOS. I'm not going to do an unboxing or anything because A, I don't feel qualified, and B, there are a couple of good unboxings anyway. I mean, Rudeboer has done a pretty good breakdown of it. I'll put a link into him, and Hover Motion. He's got a lot of ECOS stuff on his channel, and I've watched their stuff endlessly about it. So here it is. All the box, now it's a German company, so all the box is in German, but fortunately the user manual is in English, so I'll have to give that a read. Obviously I powered it up or switched it on, mainly because it doesn't come with any leads, so I've got to make a lead. It comes with the connectors, so there's various connectors that you need. But I assume that they assume that you've already got a layout and it's all you've got wiring and everything in place. So I'll just have to make some wires, which is quite daunting. Well, not make some wires, but sort out some connections. And considering I haven't done any soldering before or any electronics of any real note, I'm quite looking forward to that. So, I suppose I better go and make some cables for it and see how we get on. One more thing before I forget. Rud was saying about the stylus that comes with it. It's a bit pointy, and he bought a bamboo. Well, I couldn't find the same bamboo that he had, but I bought a bamboo for it as well. It's just a pen. Use it on your iPhone or tablets or whatever, so I got that because I did think that was probably a very good idea, so I got one of them. So my first soldering project, I made some cables. What I've done is I stripped a power lead that I had, an old one, and I took out the live neutral. I've still got the earth wire somewhere, or whatever it's called, and I soldered on the ends to the two fish plates, and then put the fish plates on the end of this track. I've seen it done. I thought that was like a good plan. It means that I can use this set of wires wherever. And all I've done at the moment is I've just circled the other ends into the DC plate there, just to test my wiring, and quite surprisingly for me, it worked. I'll just turn the power on, and there's my Deltic, and it works. So there you go. That's really cool. One thing I have noticed, I've been using a set track up until now, and this is code 55 flexi track from Pico, and I must admit this track sounds a lot quieter, even thingied, even uncorked, whatever it is. That is a lot quieter than on the flexi track, so that's good. That's promising. Right, so I suppose I'll have to pop this open now and get a decoder in there. I'm going to use one full length of this flexi track as a programming track, because I'm going to put it on the layout and put a switch to switch from one feed to another, so to switch from the programming feed to the main feed, to the main bus. So I can program everything on and then run it straight onto the layout afterwards. I don't know whether that's a good plan or not, but that's what I'm doing. Okay. Just as a little aside, I thought that the coaches were a bit sticky when they were rolling, so I had an investigation, and it was the wheels. They weren't actually aligned in the little holes properly. So I took the wheels off, and now these coaches run great. I was watching other people's videos, you see, and I thought, oh, their rolling stock moves a bit freely, and I was wondering about it, and I had to make sure all the wheels were on the track and everything, and they weren't moving. But like I say, on an investigation, at least one of the pairs of wheels was out of line on all the coaches, to be honest. So with a quick bit of a circle, I've made them go faster. However, in the process, I'll just show you quickly. In the process of trying to get the wheels out and everything, these windows, I'd pressed a couple in on one of the coaches. I thought, oh no, what am I going to do? So I'm going to have to take them apart. So I took them apart. The chinking you hear is nothing special. It's just J2O. So I ended up pulling them apart to get at the windows, and fairly straightforward to get apart. I pulled down on this, and the middle of these clips came out, and I could just run along, and they popped out. One thing I will tell you that I discovered is the buffers. The buffers are just pushed in, and they're very small. And I popped one out and lost it. I thought, oh God, what am I going to do? Anyway, after a lot of hunting, I found it. So before I proceeded any further, I took all the buffers out and put them in a bag. So just to keep them, and I took out the what's it called? The connecting things. You see, that's how good at railway modelling I am. I can't even remember what they're called. Anyway, so I went on and pushed the windows back in from this side and made a happy discovery that I can take the roof off. And I thought, oh good, I'll take the roof off. And then, looking inside the roof, there's quite a big recess there, and I know that Dapol do a lighting kit for their Mark III coaches. So I thought, well, I'm sure it can be adapted. So I'm going to get a Dapol light stick. I think they're about £8. Stick it in there, cut their connector off, and then if I drill down through one of these compartments and cleverly feed the wire down a corridor or something, I should be able to get the wire to come out somewhere around about here, and from there I can obviously try and get it. I might have to put 2 wires on, but I'm a bit worried about the coupling. There you go, coupling mechanism, because that needs to move. This bit in here moves with the bogies, so as you can get that. But I don't really want to interfere with that, so I'll probably have to come down through here somewhere. So I noticed that on Everard Junction site, he showed you how to do it. And these little wheels here, the ones I'm talking about, there's like a plastic bush that you can. I think you can probably pop it out. I'll give it a go anyway. I can always get more of these wheels if I break them. Put a bit of tin foil in, then put the bush back on, and then fix it to the axle. And I should be able to pick track power up, so we'll try that and see how it goes. The other thing is, I think these coaches, they're quite light, obviously, because there's not much to them. So I've looked underneath, and these, where the seats are, if I build some little dams in places, or a bit of filler, I should be able to put liquid gravity and fill up these recesses where just over where the wheels are, just to put a bit of weight over the wheels, just to give it a better bit of traction. So I know you can put little rubber tyres on and stuff, but I don't really want to do that, because that'll just increase friction, which will mean that the motor on the engine has got to run faster, harder, to pull a little bit of weight just to make sure that there's a good connection over a good weight over the wheel should give us more natural friction. So yeah. Anyway, that was just a little aside, nothing important there. It all goes back together again. I just took it apart again for the video, and just to prove that it is J2O and not something stronger. There you go, J2O. So there you go. Right, I suppose I better go and set my ECOS up and try and get a chip into this Deltic. I'm only going to do the Deltic this at first. I'm not going to take the DMU apart. That also needs, I've got to get another chip for that anyway, because it needs 2 chips. Alright, okay, let's see how we get on. So, as you can see, I've taken off the body shell and stuck the chip in it. Here's the chip, hang on, let's see if I can point it out. There. So I popped the chip in. When I took the blanking plate out, there was like a little black bit on the end of them. I tried putting it on to cover these exposed pins here, but I don't think it's shoved in fast enough. I mean, far enough. I don't know if that's a problem or not, but there you go. It seems not to be at the moment. So, cool. So that's news item number 1. And news item number 2 is, so let me zoom out. Wrong way. I always get it the wrong way. And there's the ECOS. All fired up and sorted. What I've done is I've wired it into that set track loop that I had. It's only held together with fish plates, so if the thing stalls on the way around, it's not for any other reason other than the fact that the connections aren't probably brilliant, because obviously I'm just waiting for stuff to come. As you can tell, it's on a cork base now. I've just started corking the layout. I mean, it's still wood over there, but needs must. I'm buying these sheets off eBay and it takes a while. And anyway, sorry, let's get it going. Let's start it off. So basically, I'll just touch the speedo. Where are we? There we go. Let's speed it up a bit. Now I do want to set it so that its lights come on when it starts up, but I'll just put them on manually for now. There you go, lights work, which is good. And obviously look a bit bright at the moment because it's not got a shell on. So yeah, I'm all ready to rock and roll. I'll just wait for it to do one more loop and I'll stop it. So here we go. It's already got a deceleration on it, so if I just click stop now, it decelerates, and there you go. Fantastic, love it. So, I think the next update will have started to get some track down properly. Alright, well thanks very much for watching. See you later. Bye.